Okay. Parts list. Phone. Checkbook. Ink pen. Keys. Glasses. Where'd I put my daggone glasses?
Are they on your head?
Yep. Got it. On the road again. Do 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 do. Here we go. Okay, parts list. Keys. Checkbook. Face mask. Ready to go. Oh, hi guys. I've got a delivery today. Actually yesterday evening. And it is from Shoup. See that? And I've decided to do a little experiment with the combine. Now, like I said, I'm not a fan of the 4400. Never have been. But there's an old saying that goes with these combines. You replace one belt, you replace them all. So I decided, this is something I've wanted to do for some time, that I'm going to do a test of my own. And that test is to see if these aftermarket belts are as good as John Deere. So basically what I'm going to do is put all belts on the right hand side from Shoup, minus one. That would be this belt, O-ring, whatever you want to call it, that drives the tachometer for the cylinder drive. And yes, it is, you can see John Deere. Shoup does not offer that belt. I've had a bit of an issue with this order, and I ordered these on the 22nd. They said they did not have this particular belt in stock at their main hub, but they had it at another one. So this belt was sent from Kansas on the 23rd, which was Thursday. Monday, I received that belt. And figured that other belts would arrive too. Well, they did not arrive till Wednesday. And I was short a belt. So I took a phone call, and they said I didn't order that belt, which turned into, yes I did, because I've got a receipt showing I purchased it at this price. And this is the total amount on the belts. Well, after several phone calls, in which they said I was going to have to purchase the belt and pay for shipping. Called a credit card company, and they did in fact charge me for the belt. Told me what time, what day, whole 9 yards. I said, that's fine, that's what I need to know. So I called them back and got where you're going to have to pay shipping on it. And I said, why am I going to have to pay shipping on a belt you didn't ship? Well, we went round and round. Let's just say the belt is supposed to be on its way. It was supposed to be shipped yesterday. I haven't looked at these belts yet. They're still sealed in the box. But the first one that come, well, let's see what this one is and I'll talk about it. Same thing. Made the Q Power belt, made in Korea. That's what this one is. Same thing. And funny thing is, it's 90, 22, 7 on the inside of the belt right there, printed into it. Now, which belt this is, or belts this is, I'm not exactly sure. Three belts that should be for the chopper drive. I can get them those should be for the chopper, or the cylinder drive. Okay, that's good. Supposed to be matched belts. We'll see. This is kind of one of those I've wanted to do this for a long time on a combine and see for myself. I decided to put aftermarket on this side, the drive, machine drive side. Really to see how the belts perform. Now I'm putting John Deere belts on the other side because that is the entire drive side. That drives the transmission, that drives the counter shaft, that drives everything else, and the unloading arm, and the feeder house drive and head drive. So I want those belts to be good. I know Deere belts are good, so I'm going to put those on that side. I'm putting all but the one aftermarket belts on this side. Every belt is here except one. It's supposed to be on its way. There are two belts I did not get from Shoup. One is the O-ring for the tack drive. Two is the belt that actually hooks to the machine behind the gas tank and goes back and drives the chopper, because it's hanging right there and it's been changed very recently. So I decided that's easy enough to get to. I'll leave the old one on it. If it does break, it's not that big of a deal to get it on there. However, the rest of them are a monumental mother to change. So, I got to go through all these boxes. Now, according to the number that's on each one, or the tag, this corresponds with the Shoup number. The numbers on the belts, however, such as this belt, have nothing to do with Shoup or their number system. So, I have to go through each box, figure out what belt it is, and get the correct belt out to put on the combine in the right order. Because there is an order these have to be put in by. It's a pain in the butt, but I'll deal with it. This belt is the upper drive belt for the clean grain elevator auger, one that goes up top. I know these three are the cylinder drive, no big deal. So that's what we're going to do as far as a test. We're going to see if these perform as good as the deer belts. Now, it'll take a few years to find out, but I'll know. You know, I ordered belts from John Deere yesterday, so I should have them, who knows, maybe tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, but I'll have those. So, you know, we're going to do our own test. We're going to find out. Also, on the combine, going through things, finding stuff out, I pulled the air filter out of the back of the cab. That's a new filter. Hasn't been there long enough for the mice to chew these off, tabs off. However, I don't believe that this is a John Deere filter. That this was shoved in behind the filter like this. So that's why it was so hot in the cab. It could not draw air through this. So that's going to get replaced. So I've got something else I'm going to put in the place of that. So I would say this was put in at John Deere. It does have a part number on it. P115690. So So I don't know if that's a deer filter or whose it is, but it is new. So, like I said, somebody has tried to take care of this machine. Former owner tried to take care of it. So, it is what it is kind of deal. So guys, I'm going to get at it. Gotta go over and find my treble light. I dropped my fluorescent one the other day and it quit. Naturally. So we'll be back here in a bit, guys. Well, hi guys. Putting the first belt on. And I've already run into an issue. That being this. Get you to where you can see it maybe. It's hitting the back side of this. And that's going to wear the belt. Funny. Or wear it out. So, what I'm going to have to do is loosen these set screws up. Maybe. Oh, good grief. And hopefully move it just a little bit. Doesn't need to go a lot, it just needs to move 8 3/16 to get it away from that. Now if I can get the wrench on it. Oh, shoot. Of course, whoever put them on had to put them on like a asshole in the world. Try this first. Maybe it will go in there. There we go. They look like they've been out recently, not long ago, because they got anise all over them. Now, I hope All I gotta do is move 1/4 of an inch and we're good. Because it's literally riding right on that bearing flange. And that's not going to work. Okay, I'll be right back. Well, I've run into a bit of a snag. It won't budge. I've got to watch my clearance right here. But I also need to get, whoops, this belt, when it moves, is catching right on the edge of that bearing flange. And it's on the stroke down, so it's going to be taking the edge right off this belt if I don't move it. I'm thinking I may have to leave this set tonight and soak, and hopefully it'll move. It doesn't have to go much. 1/8 of an inch, 3/16 is all it's got to move. That would explain why on this belt, on this pulley, it was running right on this edge, like, you know, this, which puts it on the edge on this one. I don't want that. I want it to run like it should and be free of these edges. I don't want it taking this outside edge of this belt off in order to run it the way it is. That's kind of the whole purpose of doing this, is to eliminate these kind of problems. So I think I'm going to let this thing sit overnight. I put the pulley on, and I noticed this notch cut right here from that pulley being into it. So put the pulley back on so I can see what this is doing. See how close I'm actually getting to it. And hopefully the PB blaster will work in this thing tonight. And hopefully it'll break loose from where it's at and move just a little bit. It doesn't need much, because it's literally just catching on the flange of the bearing. That's all it is. Really can't get you. Sorry guys, battery's died. Try to get you in here where you maybe see this. Now you can see it's right on the edge of it. So I got to get that out of it. Otherwise I'll just chew a new belt up for nothing. So I think I'm going to call it a night. It's going to have to soak a while to get that loose for sure. You know, it is what it is. It looks like a new bearing in behind this, and on this shaft for the shaker bed. This outside was anti-seize, but this was not, and that had to come off in order to get to that bearing back there. So like I say, why they did one and not the other, Well, beyond me, but it is what it is at this point. So I'm going to give her another shot of PB Blaster. And let it set. And hopefully tomorrow it will move. Hopefully. Might as well fix it while I'm here, because if I don't, it's just going to eat up a belt, and then there's 1, 2, 3 belts I got to pull off in order to change it. So there's another hub that goes here, drives that pulley. So I'm going to call it here, guys. Let this thing soak overnight. And like I said, it's got to move that much. 1/8, 3/16 of an inch is all it's got to move, and we're good. So we'll see you next time, guys. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. This is the kind of stuff that drives you nuts, because somebody obviously had all this apart, put new bearings in it, but didn't take the time to align the pulleys like they should have. And that gets on your nerves. We'll see you next time, guys.